am just blessed to know that the people within our government and abroad, through these supposedly leaked emails, oh no, you know, they accidentally got into the hands of the public. That was all a setup. If they truly didn't want things getting out, they have technology, they have experts, they have access with millions and billions of dollars to pay the most highly skilled entities on the face of the earth to do whatever they want with their technology. Q and the WikiLeaks and all that kind of thing. You know, people just so easily glom onto these things and assume that the source behind them is one of the good guys. And I think a lot of that has to actually do with the seed planting of a lifetime worth of the way that American films create this, you know, good guy, bad guy thing. And you're in the perspective quite frequently of being the good guy and overcoming and so on and so forth. So I really feel like that is part of our laid down American culture as they shape us and give us an identity. And then you watch a bajillion movies. I wonder how many movies on average a person watches by the time that they're, say, 30. I have no idea. Probably a lot. And it starts to shape who you are, the character and fiber of how you see things. That's why you have different cultures, and each culture has its own, you know, worldview based on a bunch of factors all at play. And so this is the game that they play with us. And it's just really strange that Franklin Graham, whose dad was totally a Mason, oh my goodness, just do the slightest ounce of research, is over in Portland at Voodoo Donuts. Voodoo Donuts. Something that God says is witchcraft. He does not like. There's so many evil, weird religious practices all over the world, and this place is Voodoo Donuts. And he's over promoting this donut chain, and he's playing the game. This is really strange. So I want to show you something. So this person is completely disgusted. You might want to go check out this Exposing Australia's VIP, that word abuse network, that word down under, and just check this lady out. I don't recall if she's saved or not. I don't know, but she has some interesting things to speak of. You might just consider the following. And it's pretty weird because we live near Portland, Oregon, so we could go there if we wanted. But see, I don't want to do that because why would I go to a place called Voodoo Donut? I can get donuts anywhere around here. Why do I need to go to their donut place? Oh, because there's so much extra cool and special and wonderful. Well, a lot goes with that. A lot goes with that. So just after hours, Michael Whalen told the world that he was a victim of that and testified that he witnessed Portland Voodoo Donuts being used as a front for that. And after I published an article about this, Billy Graham's son tweeted pictures of him feasting at Voodoo Donuts in Portland. Take a look at these killer donuts. So there are a few possible explanations for this. Either it's a coincidence, like a huge coincidence. I mean clickbait gold coincidence. Or else he knowingly dined at a donut store that has been outed as a, that word, haunt. For now, let's ignore the fact that Franklin Graham's father was a multi-generational Luciferian 33rd degree Freemason who did that at the Mason Grove when I was a that. And let's put aside that Billy Graham did that to Kathy Sullivan, who went public about this years ago. Are they all just lying? Really? And let's shelf the fact that Billy Graham promoted Catholicism and other non-Protestant concepts, and he did. And we'll just forget about the UK pop star Cliff Richards being charged with that for allegedly thatting a child at a Billy Graham crusade. What? Oh my goodness. Fry my brain. Whoa, I had not heard of that. Let's just forget all of that completely irrelevant material for a moment Just take a look at the donuts. Okay, and so I just did a video talking and sharing with you a little bit about the donuts. And at Voodoo Donuts, the whole tagline is the magic is in the hole. And they have this donut, and they have this donut. That actually looks pretty tasty, but I wouldn't go there and buy that. It's the insignia is the V for the fifth age. They have that donut. That's gross. They have that donut. That looks actually pretty good, but what a weird name. Mommy, can I have this donut? No. And then, Mommy, can I have this donut? No. Not that I would ever take my kids there. I'm sure people do all the time. And who cannot love the gay bar donut? Oh, please. That doesn't even look good. And I will just hold my thought and comments, but you can just read that and then look at the color and just, use your good old imagination for a moment of what they're trying to say there. And you know what? With the little colored things, that reminds me of some article I had read at some point that somebody tried to say in the news wasn't real or true or whatever, which I highly doubt. But there was some kind of a game and it involved, well, never mind. I don't want to talk about the game. Just something weird that I read, and this reminded me of it. We'll leave it at that because I really don't even want to go there. It's, well, gross. So back to the article. Little rabbit trail. I have no problem associating. Okay, this is this person saying it. We do need to be kind to everybody. We do, because everybody's a sinner, and everybody needs to hear and know about Jesus Christ. So we don't like categorize people off into certain subsections and go, I'm better than you. No, you don't do that. That's wrong. But you also don't support that lifestyle either, or then you'll have the rainbow mafia after you. But I'm not sure whether Billy Graham's disciples, so that would be to us, the born again Christians, because this is being authored by an unbeliever who's watching all this. Isn't that precious? He's watching it all. Who defend him like Jesus incarnate. Well, I don't. I don't. Instead of the satanic monster he was. Might agree. If the Voodoo Donut menu is not inappropriate enough for Billy Graham's worshipers, I don't frequent the place. I don't draw attention to it. My kids don't know about it. Let's take a look at the restaurant sign that Franklin Graham, son of the Luciferian pedo who batted me when I was 6. 6. Can you imagine? Ouch. But that's totally irrelevant. Posted in front of, and it's right here. Right. So it's like right on his shoulder. And who hasn't in the last couple years heard about, what is it, the FBI saying that there's meaning to that swirly, and then like a barrage of I don't want to see that, gross, um, of YouTube videos over and over and over again. I mean, really, you have no idea in pop culture what that means. The name Voodoo Donut itself is kind of anti-Christian. Yeah. And Christians are traditionally against voodoo. Yeah. Witchcraft and evil stuff. At best, it certainly seems odd to me that such a high-profile Protestant figure would boast on social media that he dined at a venue named Voodoo, which sold donuts named after sexual acts and Satanism, things that Protestant ministers are supposed to publicly oppose, right? And yet there's Franklin. He's given his money over. He's given his support over. What's up, man? I'm going to pull this page down so we don't got to look at things that are weird. So, yeah, I don't want to look at that because there's kids, and anyhow, I don't want to look at that. So then there's the obvious FBI petty, that word, triangle symbol located in the middle of the voodoo sign, which is the donut, which is their major donut that they launched this whole operation. It has a little pretzel stick sticking in its heart. That's not cool. But then maybe Frank hasn't done his conspiracy homework. So let's help him out, because I'm sure his PR team will be reading this article as part of their damage control strategy. Yeah, they ripped that picture down off the internet. The insignia is the magic is in the hole, which is totally gross because the Satanist dude here is like hanging out. And they've got a mascot for him too. The magic is in the hole. Frank, this is a double, I don't know how to say that word. Entendre? Entendre? It refers to the Luciferian tradition of employing that word as a means of accessing spiritual power. Now I'll be God. Does that seem like anything of God to you, or can you hear the hiss? Come on now. Your dad knew all about that. Voodoo, and look, here's the snake, right? Because that's a symbol of such holiness and goodness, right? And then the death thing, the lightning bolts. I don't know what's going on here. It says good things come in pink boxes. Come on now. Good things come in pink boxes. Frank, this is another double. Oh no, I have to say this word again. How did I say it before? Entendre? Entendre? I don't know how I pronounced that before, but it said it right. It's that word speak for, oh goodness. I'll just let you read that yourself because I can't read that. I'm sorry. I won't read that. Entendre. And then they have the Ouija board. What is this? Look at that. Oh my goodness, this is so evil. Look, there's a donut sun and a donut moon and a donut eyeball, and it's Ouija. Oh, wow. It's just, I don't know what this is. Like, I don't know what they use it for. And Ouija boards are very Christian. Not. But they actually have angel ones now, so people are like, these will get me in touch with Christian entities and angels because the pictures. And then they have their Jesus dying on a cross donut, which is in the shape of their other famous donut that I'm not going to say the name of. Yes, extra Christian with extra toppings. Someone on Frank's team realized his voodoo donut posts were inappropriate because they were immediately deleted after I tweeted about Franklin Graham and subtly, we're just going to say subtly, raised awareness. The son of that word just mocked, whoa, victims by posting this immediately after a victim witness outed Portland Voodoo Donuts as a Luciferian, that word, child trafficking front. You not nice person. Just like your dad. When will Baptists stop worshiping men? Well, I don't know why you're smacking on all Baptists. I actually go to a Baptist church. Yep, I was a tad emotional. That's okay. I get emotional all the time. I totally understand. But so were many of the almost 1,200 Twitter followers that I had accrued in a few days. Oh, yeah, they were not happy. The public responded with discontent, and even the this is my favorite when a non-Christian gets riled up about something. You know something is truly wicked and off when somebody that does not have the light of Jesus in them is offended. That's that is rich. So even the non-Christians demonstrated a basic understanding that it is inappropriate for a Protestant Christian leader to dine at such a place. You could say that, and then that word that I don't like, this proves everything. How disgraceful. Don't call yourself Christians. I saw Billy Graham in college, and I wish I never had. I don't know what that means. So some even took Franklin Graham's killer donuts comments as a threat, considering the timing of the post and the fact that his father was that, and that. But I digress. Oh, we should all digress. He has to be taunting. No way this is coincidence. I agree. How did he get out to Portland so fast, though? Curious if there was any other examples of him using the phrase killer whatevers, for example, pizza or whatnot, or is this the first usage of it on social media? If it's the first, you would have to say that it was intentional and aimed at you. Wow. I don't know whether Graham knew he was dining at a Luciferian pea donut. cafe which sold donuts in the shape of penises and pentagrams, or whether this was all just one big PR stunt, we'll call it. There's one way to find out. Graham can respond to his father's doing all that. This would dispel all doubt and convince me that his visit there, that's to the store that the FBI raided in 2016, is part of a child that was just a big coincidence. Wow.